Emotional testimony today from the former Columbus police officer who shot and killed a man nearly 4 years ago. Adam Coy is charged with murder, felonious assault, and reckless homicide in the shooting death of Andre Hill in December 2020. This morning, the state rested its case, arguing Coy's actions were not reasonable. We thank you for joining us today. For NBC4 at 5, I'm Jared Smalley.
And I'm Sarah Johnson in for Jennifer Bullock. Today, the defense argued Coy was justified and that he made a mistake. And we heard from Coy himself. NBC4's crime and safety reporter Anna Hoffman was in that courtroom for Coy's testimony. Anna, what can you tell us?
Sierra and Jared, it was intense. You could clearly see that Coy was having a hard time holding his emotions together while walking through what happened the night of the shooting. The closer he gets to talking about those deadly shots, the more emotional he is. Some new information that we've learned throughout this trial is that Coy and Hill talked before the shooting. Defense attorney Mark Collins asked Coy about that interaction. You can see Coy on the stand reenacting Hill's body language when he first walks up to the silver SUV Hill was in on Oberlin Drive. Coy says Hill looked jittery while showing him a phone with texts supposedly from the person he was supposed to be meeting. Coy says he later witnessed more suspicious behavior from Hill when Hill knocks on the door of a home and no one answers. Coy says he feared a burglary could happen. He says when Officer Amy Detweiler arrives, she testified last week, they saw Hill crouched down in the corner of the garage of that same home. He says they start to walk up the driveway without guns drawn, and Coy calls for Hill to show himself. Coy says when he sees Hill moving toward him, he claims to have seen a silver revolver in his right hand, which Detweiler says she could not see. Coy says on the stand, quote, "I thought I was going to die." He says that's when he yelled, "Gun, gun," then fired 4 shots.
And I rolled him back. And as I rolled him back, I looked to my left and I could see, I started looking for where the gun was. And I seen the pile of keys sitting there. And I said, because
why, Adam?
I knew at that point that I made a mistake.
Okay. Had you seen keys in his right hand, would you have fired your weapon?
No, sir, I would not have.
In cross-examination, prosecutor Anthony Pearson leaned on Coy's claim of being suspicious. He asked him questions like, if you were so suspicious, why did you not talk to Hill longer at the car or ask him for his name and license? Pearson asked Coy, when you shouted to show yourself, why did you not ask for him to show me your hands? Coy replied, it all happened so fast. Again, as Pearson picks up the questioning, Coy is visibly emotional on the stand. Take a listen to Pearson's final question to Coy.
You never formulated an opinion as to that there was something serious happening in that house, did you?
As we were walking up the driveway, I began to think that this could be a home invasion or a burglary. I just a couple months earlier had a home invasion where I walked in on a ski mask person with a gun and had three girls downstairs, 1 girl upstairs, duct tape. It was fresh in my mind.
Mr. Coy, so fresh that you never pulled your weapon out, did you?
Not until I saw a threat, sir.
So much of a threat that you saw that this incident was so powerful that you never even told anyone about it, correct?
No, sir.
You didn't radio dispatch, did you?
I told Officer Detweiler too, sir.
And the fact was that you had shot an unarmed man who didn't have a weapon, and then you just came up with this story later to cover yourself, correct?
No, sir.
And the first time that you let anyone know that you thought a burglary was happening is when you wrote that statement about a month after this happened.
No, sir.
As all of this was happening, the jurors' eyes were locked on Coy and the attorneys. Both Hill's family and Coy's family were inside the courtroom. I could see them wiping away tears during this testimony. Coy was the defense's final witness of the day. Court will resume tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We expect the defense to call another expert witness. Local for you at the Franklin County Courthouse, I'm Anna Hoffman, NBC4.